Welcome to episode 44 of Lost Signals. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I just woke up. And remember what I just said right before we went on air? It's like, Loki.
Just give me 5 minutes.
Give me 5 minutes. Right as the theme song was ending. Yeah, he's like jumping around in the back. Yeah, get two pit bulls, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It
is fun.
They are fun. It's just sometimes they're a little uppity. Maybe that's the right word.
Rambunctious?
Rambunctious. Just dogs,
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, this is kind of a weird day for us to do a podcast. Like a Tuesday afternoon. I guess not really that weird.
No, not overly. But the thing is that it was a very busy weekend when it comes to like entertainment and news and whatnot. So, I mean, might as well jump on it while we can.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff happened this weekend. But, I mean, let's we'll get into that in a second. But, I mean, I'm dealing with about day 200 of this perpetual hell that is winter in Saskatchewan. I know we talked about this last time, but it hasn't gotten any better. It's, I think it was, I was kind of working outside last night and it was like minus 17.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm rather shocked by that.
I'm not happy with it. Like, I don't know who pissed Mother Nature off, but man, that bitch is like, she's holding a grudge right now against us. Whew. Yeah. Just, mad. Man, like.
It was...
No, like it's supposed to get better, but I'm not seeing it anytime soon. So I don't know.
I was doing my shift at the radio station, live shift on Sunday, and I made the mistake of bringing up the weather. And Mother Nature in Prince George is like, you don't like it? Give me 10 minutes.
And it's the same here.
Yeah. So like I brought up the weather, and then suddenly the clouds just rolled in, and it's snow and sleet and hail. I'm like, well, you blame it on me because I'm the one who brought this up. So Mother Nature clearly found this like hidden somewhere in the backseat of a car, and so just threw it out there. Yeah. Then 10 minutes later, it like skies opened up, blue sky, and like
I know, like in the summer here, I've been on the golf course too. It's like, it's a great day. It looks not a cloud in the sky. You get to the third hole, and then just this wall of black clouds rolls in and just dumps like 4 inches of rain on you for like 10 minutes. And it's nice again. I don't know. Maybe climate change is real. I don't know. I'm not
maybe.
I'm not a scientist nor a doctor. I play one on TV though. But. So let's be honest. We talk a lot about wrestling on this podcast. Like
we do
a lot. And that's there's going to be lots of wrestling talk on this one too.
Sure.
So Saturday and Sunday was WrestleMania.
2-night event.
2 nights. Even leading up to it, there was some rumors about WWE getting sold, and we'll touch on that in a bit. So I mean, it's lots of mentions of them in the media in the last while. So like. With that being said, everybody was expecting WrestleMania to be like this grandiose event, and it always is. Don't get me wrong, it's a big event with lots of like a crazy attendance. I mean, which they always do lie about because it's never as many people as they say it is.
Oh God, no. No.
Yeah, like 160,000 people. Yeah, how many of those are doubles and
how much is that staff and
exactly. So, I mean, it's since day one, it's always been padded numbers with that, which is kind of leading into the shadiness, which is WWE, right? So, WrestleMania night 1, I don't remember all of the matches. I do remember, I remember the matches being well done. Like, I'd have to pull up, like, again, I just woke up, so I can, like, off the top of my head, it's not working. I was reading a Reddit thread, like they do the live threads on Reddit during pay-per-views like that. And everybody was like saying like through the whole night 1, it's like, this is the greatest WrestleMania that's ever been. I'm like, and I was agreeing with them. Like the main event with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos.
Oh yeah.
Was fantastic. It was a great tag match. It was the right people won, in my opinion, you know. But then
It's the payoff of long-term storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then it leads us to the shit show that was night 2. Like,
Yeah.
like, okay, so they opened with Braun Strowman versus Omos, or whatever his name is.
Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Who did I say?
Braun Strowman.
See, again, I just woke up. So,
Yeah, no, it's fair. You get a
Brock
pass.
Lesnar. Okay.
Fine.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
get a couple of those today. So Brock Lesnar versus Omos. It's two big dudes.
Yep.
Beating the shit out of each other. Which is
Two
exactly
big beefy boys just slapping meat off of each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's exactly what Vince McMahon loves. He loves the big dudes. I don't know. I never understood why.
Me neither.
You know, like they're just, I mean, they're good to come in and squash somebody, but like they're not I don't think they're any person you should put a title on. Anyway, I mean, Brock Lesnar is a little different because of the name recognition.
He's established.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that match lasted about 6 minutes, and it was okay. But I don't know. As the night went on, it just went like the wrong people won. You know, like Asuka should have beaten Bianca Belair for sure,
And she has yet to win anything at any WrestleMania.
Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna pull up the matches here because like
Sure.
it's it's eluding me right now. I know you're gonna hear my really loud keyboard.
I'll back you up here.
Okay, so result. Here we go. Okay, so the women's Fatal 4 showcase for tag teams. Why wasn't that named as like a number 1 contenders match for the titles?
Yeah, there was nothing on the line.
No, it was just like, oh, here, have a match. It's like, okay, that's dumb, but whatever.
Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Shotzi and Natalya, Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Ronda Rousey. And Ronda was barely in it, and she got the pinfall.
Yeah. Well, she was hurt recently, I thought.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why. I don't know. It's just weird because I think I follow her on Twitter or Instagram or something, and she put something that's like about recovery or something, and then she's back right away. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
No.
But whatever. I mean, like I don't think I got home after the event started, so I might have just skipped through that one because I wanted to get to live, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Gunther versus Sheamus and Drew McIntyre match was good, but again, it's big meaty men slapping meat off of each other. But it was good. And it was well done.
All three are like they're no slouches. Like they're great. Right?
Yeah.
Like as much of a fan as I am of Drew, Sheamus should have gotten that one because the Intercontinental Championship is the one championship that's eluded him.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's a mid-tier, championship. But I mean, he is what it is. Maybe he just wants that Grand Slam just to say that he has it. And then Bianca Belair against Asuka. I think Asuka should have won. I think it's time to. Bianca Belair is. It's not that she's stale, but there's something not as appealing about that character anymore. You know what I mean? Like maybe she needs a good heel turn or something.
She's been booked for a while as this powerhouse, which I mean, no argument. Yeah, she's incredibly strong.
Yeah.
And versatile, but yeah, like the character and development is just stale.
Yeah, it's tired. So like put it on Asuka, but that's again that goes back to this the booking that Vince McMahon does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the weirdest match happened after that. Like the most ridiculous thing I've seen in sports entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've been watching this shit since I was 6, right? So let's be honest. Like it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And the dogs are barking in the background again. Anyways, so The Miz and Snoop Dogg were hosts for WrestleMania because it was in LA.
Yeah.
On night one, Snoop Dogg put The Miz in a match with Pat McAfee, which was funny. It was a dude from the NFL came in and beat the shit out of The Miz, and it was funny.
Yeah.
And 1 second.
Yeah. Pat McAfee is also like, he's established. He has the ability to put on a performance and,
Yes,
and put
100%.
on a match.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
And he like not only being like a former NFL player himself, like he loves the sport and he does like he covers it well. He's a good ambassador for it.
Yes.
So on night two, Snoop Dogg, like was gonna put The Miz in a match again, and Shane McMahon comes back. Like after hearing this shit for months and months and months that Shane was never welcome back in WWE. He's just this not blackballed, but just not welcome.
Not welcome.
Yeah, and then he shows up.
That was a call by Vince, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
And then Shane comes out and was gonna have a match with The Miz. It's like, and literally 2 moves into the match.
A very basic, like bare bones. This is
leapfrog.
wrestling 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tears his quad.
And it's horrific to watch.
Yeah, I watched it
Like-
live. Yeah.
I watched, like, I saw the footage on Twitter, so I saw it from the crowd, like someone was holding up a phone, and it's just like lay down, leapfrog, land, both legs give out. He tries to recover, and just nothing's there.
Yeah. The only saving grace, and who would have ever thought this? Snoop Dogg saved that match.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now, and it's it was originally supposed to be The Miz versus Shane McMahon. Now it's listed as Snoop Dogg defeated The Miz by pinfall, which he did. So
Yeah.
I think Snoop saw exactly what was going on. He saw that, that Shane was hurt. Like he was legit hurt. They came in right away. Like medical,
they
came in right away. Then it's like, I guess if you watch it back, you can hear either the ref or The Miz or somebody calling to Snoop. It's like, get in there, or maybe I think Snoop hopped in right away.
Yeah.
Smacked The Miz, pretty strong right hand. It looked like, knocked him down, and then I think you can hear the ref calling to Snoop. It's like, hit him with the rock bottom. Like rock bottom, and then he hits it. I mean, it was
People's elbow.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And he hits him with it. And I mean, it was, again, kind of lackluster. But I mean, it's Snoop Dogg. He's not a professional wrestler, even though he has done a match in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hits the rock bottom and then wins the match. It's like, really? Like, I mean, good on Snoop for being able to call that auto vault, like to like hop in there and like save the match and shit. But it's like, who would have thought like the last? Well, I mean, I was gonna say like the last time you're gonna see a McMahon in the ring, in one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. But like he's back for like 2 minutes. And Shane fucks his leg up, and then it's over. Cool.
Yeah. I'm looking at the results, and like someone, and I know this is not the only person who's brought this up. Like, okay, so Shane goes in there, like severely unprepared, as prepared as he might have thought he was.
He didn't look good even running down the ramp.
No, he did. Oh God, he looked puffy.
It'd be like me running down the ramp right now. Like I'd have to stop halfway, and like lay down for a minute. But like he didn't look good running down. So
no, he did not. But like, why not call, like, of all the audibles to call? Yeah, like a split second, great on Snoop Dogg for doing that.
Yeah,
but Bobby Lashley had nothing to do,
and
nothing.
I know that, like, I kept reading online about this this LA Knight, and I don't know who this person is.
Oh, he's very entertaining. He's very talented.
Okay, so like they were saying, like, why wasn't he involved in some sort of match, or, you know, like, so I don't know, like, to me it's bad booking.
Here's a little tidbit of information that should shine a light as to how talented LA Knight is. The motion capture for WWE 2K22, 70% of the male motion capture was LA Knight.
Okay, I get it. Like, I don't even know this guy. I got to see a picture of him. Maybe I do know who he is.
You probably do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, seriously,
yeah.
like 70% of the motion capture
Really?
minimum of the male performers, moves, entrances, celebrations in WWE 2K22 was LA Knight.
Really? So yeah, that would have made more sense for him to have a match with the Miz instead of fucking Shane McMahon. But again, whose fingers do you think were in that? It's got to be Vince. It would have
See, okay, so like, I know we're gonna get into this, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like, Vince kicked Shane out of the company after, like, it was the Royal Rumble or something like that.
I can't remember.
And that was like a year and change ago. So I don't think this was Vince. I think this was Triple H, maybe with a little bit of influence from Vince, but this felt like a Triple H call, like trying to redeem or help his brother-in-law redeem himself. But like,
Yeah.
like that's a call that it was like instantly regrettable as soon as the second move hit.
Yeah.
Which, again, fucking wrestling 101.
Exactly. So let's see. On February 2nd, McMahon had quietly been let go by the company. The way he had put the recent Men's Royal Rumble match together, which had a lot of changes, including booking himself to look stronger over full-time wrestlers, led to bitterness backstage. I get that.
Yep.
I really do. Like, why have this, you know, like, let's be, Shane is fucking old now.
Yes.
Not old, but you know what I mean? Like, he's 53. What the fuck is he doing out there?
He's 53 and he's not a full-time athlete.
Exactly. You know, yeah, he might go to the gym, you know, a couple, like, even if he goes every day, he does, like, that ring rust is definitely a thing, you know, like, even if he was practicing, like, I don't know, it's just, just a dumb thing. I mean, again, Snoop saving it was the only saving grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
After that match came in my opinion, the only, well, and you can't even say it that way, but like, to me, it was probably the best match of the night. Edge versus Demon Finn Balor.
Whoa.
Okay, so Edge's entrance, you know, was right up my alley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He came out to South of Heaven by Slayer. I mean,
yeah.
But how do you go, and you know, people have commented about this on Twitter and Reddit and everything. How do you go from Slayer to Alter Bridge? You know what I mean? They're two very, very, very different styles of music. Not different styles of music, but different content, I guess. Because they cut South of Heaven off before some very controversial and dark things were said in that song.
Well, that's probably the reason why.
Yeah. But
at the same time, night one, Rey Mysterio came out to 30 seconds of Eddie Guerrero, and then it cut into 619.
Yeah. And before that, it was still Dre. So in the lowrider. I mean, that was tight. That was really tight. Yeah. But again, okay, going back to night one, the Mysterio match, really well done.
Except for
which part?
The fact that it was fucking sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the whole night being sponsored by TurboTax. Do your taxes. Like, shut up. Like,
I did like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Here's a family feud.
Yeah, here's a dad beating the shit out of his son with a belt.
Yes,
literally.
Here's that son spitting in the face of his own mother.
Yeah, that was his sister.
Oh,
but,
whatever.
Yeah, but yeah.
Whatever. Like cereal. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's done. Didn't they had another match like that on Sunday night too, didn't they?
Who the hell was it sponsored by?
I can't remember. Maybe it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch again. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Oh, Well, back to
regardless.
back to night one. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul was actually a decent match.
I hate that he's so talented.
Yeah, I do too. But I like that he got beat, and I like that his POS buddy there got that he hit his own buddy, that KSI through the table. That was decent. I liked it. And I didn't even watch the John Cena match because whatever. Again, I missed it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So let's get into the sorry.
We're talking about Edge and Finn Balor.
Right. Okay.
Right?
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah. No, I know you're excited to get to the real good part, but
good is a relative term in this case.
James pointed out, because he was watching it, watching the pay-per-view, and James pointed out that Finn Balor was just hucking chairs at Edge, and and like not really giving Edge a whole hell of a lot. So in James Carberry, the guy that you and I know, Carberry 80, his theory is that Edge cashed in a receipt and nailed Finn Balor with a ladder hard way.
Yeah.
And opened him up from the bridge.
It looked to be like an 8 or 9 inch cut on his head.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they put staples in him.
Yeah. And then he kept going.
Yeah. There was something on Twitter about, or I think he actually posted something. He's like, no, there was no Novocaine shot. There was nothing. It was just staples that they put in him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fucking good on Finn for just muscling through that. But holy shit.
You almost think that the ending was pushed. They really it's like, hey, we got to get this done because he's gonna bleed out or something. Not bleed out, cause a mess. I don't it fell flat to me.
Really?
To me it was a decent match, but it just it was something missing. Considering the hate those two have for each other, you'd figure that they'd want to put on a better show, but again, maybe with that massive cut in his head, they just couldn't.
It does still beg the question, what is the point of the Judgment Day? Because Rhea Ripley is the only victor of the entire group.
Yeah.
And everyone else just Damian Priest wasn't even in it, was he?
No, he didn't have a match at all.
Yeah.
This weekend, I don't think.
Dominic Mysterio lost. Finn Balor lost.
Yeah.
To the guy who created the group.
Yeah. And then they
what is the point?
Him. Yeah. It's
yeah.
I think it was just to end a grudge match or end that story, which will tie into what we'll end up talking about after this. But it's just
sure.
We're good with the Edge match.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring up
thing. But yeah, you're right. It was the most gruesome match of the night. And funny enough, after that match, they took an extended commercial break.
Yeah.
And they ran a bunch of promos and this and that and whatever, because they actually changed the ring mat.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because the amount of blood that was on it. So, okay. So we're going to talk about the absolute shit show that was the Universal or the Undisputed Championship match.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes came in as the challenger, as the American Nightmare, son of the American Dream. Formerly Stardust,
yes.
Went on to AEW, was, formative with AEW against the biggest piece of shit in WWE. I mean, not okay. And that's just me being a mark, I guess.
Yeah.
He's doing his
Roman
job.
Reigns plays the character well. Yes.
Roman Reigns. I mean, he plays that heel character and that, that abusive, father figure really well, because that's exactly what he's doing and has done for years now.
Yeah.
The match was 35 minutes long. It was a lot of buildup, a lot of, this and that and whatever. It was well done. There are so many close calls. So many. That Solo Sikoa, he interfered twice. And the third time he did, ref booted him out. which is the right thing to do. I don't even know why he was fucking down there in the first place. Again, storytelling. Again, that's me being a mark. But anyways.
Yeah.
Then after he got booted, like they should have booted Paul Heyman at the same time. There shouldn't have been anybody ringside. Match goes on. They each hit. I think Cody hit like 3 or 4 people's different finishers. Like he had a figure 4. He had pedigree. He had he had a bunch of others. I can't think of them just off the top of my head.
He also paid tribute to his family. Like
Yeah.
there was moves that were in tribute to the American Dream. There were moves that were in tribute to Goldust, which was kind of fucking fun to see.
Yeah. And like everybody on the internet and myself and everybody that was watching this shit, it's like, okay, you know what? The Usos lost the night before. It's time. It's time to end this storyline.
Yeah.
Like it's time for Roman to drop at least one of the titles, and like let's have some more competition instead of having just this monolith that can't be beat.
Right.
And let's be honest, he hasn't been beaten in 947 days, and the only reason I say that is because they kept repeating it during the whole broadcast. He's been champion for 945 days now. It's like, okay. Yeah. Them repeating it like that to me is like, okay, he's going to hit 1,000. It's gonna.
Yeah. They're calling their shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Usos actually came down during that match and they attacked Cody and laid him out. Immediately after the Usos did that, KO and Sami Zayn ran in and beat the shit out of the Usos again. Yeah. That should have been the end of it. Cody hit 3 finishers right after that, like right in a row.
Yeah.
Somehow Roman kicked out because, he's, invincible. And then, no, that's not, well, that did happen. But like when Cody was going for his 3rd finisher in a row, Paul Heyman jumped up on the ring side, started yelling at the ref. And then that Solo came back through the crowd, gave Cody the fucking Samoan spike, and that was it. It was game over. It's like, it deflated everything. Like, it took the air out of everything that they had built up in the last 2.5 years. It's like, come on. Like, it is the worst ending I've ever seen in my life. Like, and again, I've been watching this shit for like just about, 35 years. I don't know. I don't like there. I'm dejected. I'm just like, why am I watching this still? Like, I thought something would happen at the beginning of Raw last night, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But it's like, how do you like? You took the storyline away from Sami Zayn and gave it to Cody after. Like Sami like trying to get out of that situation and and finally doing it, but to just have it shit the bed like this, like, and there's lots of people online saying, oh, it's part of a longer storyline. WrestleMania traditionally has been where storylines end.
Yes.
This is like the 3rd WrestleMania in a row where he hasn't lost.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about streaks here because that's a whole other thing. Roman Reigns can't win without outside help. And that he's playing the role as a heel very well. He's playing that character well.
Yeah.
But it's tired. People want something else. No. Like let's see something else. But I don't know. I just don't know.
No, I agree. At the same time, to play devil's advocate, I mean, like you can't extinguish a fire when it's red hot. Granted, yes, absolutely, I agree. WrestleMania is generally, like, historically where storylines end.
Yeah.
Right. But to have something continue on like it did last night on Raw, it just like, okay, then what was the point of WrestleMania?
Well, exactly. Right? Like I didn't watch all of Raw last night. I caught a little bit of it, and then I was on my phone while I was at work last night, just reading what was happening. It's like, this is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So traditionally, the night after WrestleMania is supposed to be like the wildest show of the year. And it was, like it used to be anyways, before WWE started acknowledging it. When it was just an organic, fan thing, then it was fine. But now they acknowledge it, and then they tried to have, I mean, like I said, I didn't watch it because but some of the shit that they did, like Triple H coming out at the beginning. Okay, so actually we'll get into this now.
Sure.
WWE is now owned by the same company that owns UFC.
Yeah.
Endeavor. I know very little about Endeavor. I know I think they're not Saudi. I know they're no, Indian.
They're American. They're American.
Oh, they are American? Okay. I thought with the last name, but
no.
So lots of people are thinking of like what's going to happen here. So Endeavor owns 51% of WWE now.
Yes.
And the McMahon family still owns 49%.
Shareholders.
Yeah. So Triple H comes out on Raw last night and says, nothing's going to change. He didn't say nothing's changing, but nothing is going to change. It's the way that he worded it. It's like, it's good. It's what it means is that I was reading online last night or this morning when I got home that months ago when the shit came out about McMahon, like Vince, that he had some allegations and shit against him. Yeah. He was fired and was never going to be put back in creative, like at the Gorilla position there. What Gorilla is like the people that call the matches as they go out and will send messages to the refs and or announcers as the match is going on to how to end the match or whatever.
Yeah.
Triple H, Paul Levesque had been doing that for the last couple months. And then last night on Raw, it was Vince, 100%.
It had that feeling. Yes.
Yeah. From what I was reading, everything about last night screamed Vince.
Yeah.
The dude is 75 years old-ish, somewhere in there.
Oh, he's been out of touch for a decade.
Yeah. It's like, go home. Go hang out on your $1 billion yacht. Yeah. Go try and pick up some, 20-year-old, wannabe NXT star that will probably blow you if you want them to. But just go away.
Yeah.
We're tired of you. He's telling the same stories that he tried pulling in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
It's like it's tiring.
Yeah. I don't have cable.
Yeah.
Right. So I like you was just kind of grabbing what information I could and watching the clips that were posted online and all that stuff. And last night, of the 3-hour Raw, which quite frankly, they should, in my opinion, really cut that back down to 2.
Yeah.
Especially with the content that happened last night. Yeah. There was barely 30 minutes period of actual wrestling last night. That's horrific for a 3-hour show.
Mm-hmm. Lots of talking and just posturing, unnecessary.
And then there was reports and people saying that they were sitting behind some sort of production crew for the team for the show, and they got script updates 3 times throughout the evening, which is again a very much Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah.
And then this was I got sucked into it. Everything that's happened over the past year since Vince McMahon was kicked out, and yes, he forced himself back into the position that he's in, and who knows what the agreement is of since the sale, but who knows? Back in Gorilla and Creative, I got sucked back in because the storytelling was just incredible. It was long-term storytelling and rooting for Cody Rhodes and KO and Sami Zayn and a few other wrestlers. But something so last night, Cody approached Roman Reigns and Solo and just called him out on the bullshit.
Yeah.
And he demanded a rematch.
Which is still his right.
He asked for a rematch, right? Because it was definitely a dirty finish.
Yeah.
And they said no. And then so he said, oh, let's do something. Like, let's have a tag team match. And so Paul Heyman, like, again, like, this is, don't get us wrong. We are marks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So Paul Heyman put out the stipulation that it had to be from someone who wrestled over the weekend and someone who is going to forfeit any opportunity to go for the Universal Championship. And out comes Brock Lesnar, who is like, he's already been blacklisted for that opportunity. So he has nothing to lose. And also, like, he has a score to settle. He got screwed over by Paul Heyman. He got screwed over by the Bloodline. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain, because the way I saw it, and I'm sure the way everyone else saw it, was, okay, so Brock Lesnar now sides with Cody and becomes a constant thorn in the Bloodline's side, because Brock has nothing to lose, everything to gain if Cody wins the Universal Championships, or if Roman Reigns drops the titles, because that means that, hey, now I can compete for those titles again. So again, that's what I thought. That's what everyone else thought. And then we get to the main event where it's a tag team match, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar versus Solo and Roman Reigns. And then for no fucking reason whatsoever, Brock Lesnar attacks Cody Rhodes.
Which screams Vince McMahon.
It to me, it makes Brock Lesnar's character the dumbest, most narrow-minded meathead I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yep. I agree. Like, it's dumb. Every part of what happened last night was dumb. And the fact that we're still talking about it is even dumber. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just, like, it honestly, like, I was thinking about it at the gym. I was working out today, and I was just like, this makes zero sense why Brock Lesnar's character would do that. Everything to gain, nothing to lose, throws it all out the fucking window.
Yep.
All of it.
Yep. Stupid.
And so it's because of that, I'm just kind of like, well, like, I'm back to just, like, not caring. Like, I'll watch and pay attention to YouTube channels that I respect when it comes to reporting wrestling, which is Cultaholic. And
there's another really good one that I watched. Some guys from the UK. Can't remember their name.
I know. And
it used to be What Culture Wrestling, but what are they now?
The Cultaholic.
Is that them? No, Parts Fun Known.
Parts Fun Known, which is attached to God damn it, Wrestle Talk.
Yeah, those guys are good.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
As side note, as soon as What Culture, like the main crew from What Culture, created Cultaholic, I'm like, and I'm here now.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about one more WWE thing, and this is kind of just, and it's not really WWE, but it's WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump was indicted on 34 charges today.
Yay!
And that's pretty much all I want to say about it, because it's funny to me. But the joke that I saw on Reddit this afternoon when I woke up is that somebody was in a thread was asking, he's like, what do you mean indicted? It's like, well, if you go on Google and search Trump Rule 34, you'll find all the information that you ever want to find out. Now, to all of our listeners that don't know what Rule 34 is, there's a list of rules for the internet.
Yes.
Rule 34 reads, if it exists, pornography exists of it. So that means this dude sent a bunch of people to look up Donald Trump porn.
I love the fact that there's a total of 34 charges. and you could tie that.
Oh no, that worked. That's too like it's almost too perfect. Like it's like the internet is just screaming for it, right?
Yeah,
I like it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I love it. I love it. You know what? We're gonna talk about something completely different now, just because like it's something that I'm actually being into. And I don't know if we've talked about this show before, but have we talked about Star Trek Picard on here?
No.
Okay, I'm a huge Star Trek nerd. Have been since I'm again a kid. You know, like I remember watching like The Next Generation. I was like 9.
Right.
Have you watched any of it?
I watched the first and second season.
Okay, so
I watched first 2 episodes of the third season, but go off, man. I'm like, you're not gonna spoil it for me. I'm still gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I just wanted to mention, like, so the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Picard are they were meh. You know, like they brought back like some interesting characters in season 1, like 7 of 9 from Voyager, you know, and just Riker from The Next Generation was in season 1. Season
Troy.
Season 2 is kind of set in the past, like in our future. Like it was dumb. Season 3 feels like what the final movie of The Next Generation should have been. But
Generations?
No, well, like Nemesis. This feels like this is what Nemesis should have been. Like it's big, it's epic, it's like massive fight scenes, like drama, and you know, so many throwbacks to like DS9 and Voyager. Like actually, they showed the USS Voyager in one of the episodes. Like,
oh yeah. 7 and 9, like it comes up in conversation, and
well, when you watch farther ahead, you'll see where they're at. But like,
okay,
and it's no spoiler, but like Worf is in it, and Geordi is in it, and Dr. Crusher's in it, and Riker's in it. It's like, it's so incredibly well done. Like, the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Picard were not well received by fans and critics alike. I mean, I liked them because like it's the nostalgia factor. Lots of people didn't because of poor storytelling. It goes back to the WWE shit, right? You know, poor storytelling is going to lead to pissed off people, and I 100% get that.
Right.
I've read about 3 people that have been mad at season 3 of Picard.
Oh, really?
It's that good. Like, it is that fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is, it goes down to, you know, the Netflix generation, you know, and Amazon Prime, and, you know, having complete seasons drop in one day, and you binge watch the entire thing in one day.
All you youngins have no idea what this is like.
Yeah, but that's what this is now. It's like it's episodic. It's once a week. Yeah. So I don't like that because I got used to having it, you know, like all at once. You know, like Stranger Things drops. You know, Stranger Things dropped in two parts, but you know, like, I don't know. It pisses me off, but I'm enjoying it because I get to think about it more, right? I think there's 3 episodes left. So I'm like episode 8 will drop this Thursday, and it's gonna be big. I'm guessing it's really good. It's been really good so far. So if you haven't, check it out. And actually, I rewatched a couple episodes of The Orville the other day. Oh, just I needed something to watch while I was just hanging out on the couch, like, you know, pretty much background noise while I'm playing on my phone. So I pulled up a couple episodes of The Orville, and it still holds up 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What episodes were they?
Like the first, like the pilot.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why not start right from the beginning? Like it's yeah.
So on that, it was a couple of weeks ago. It was Keegan Michael Key's birthday, and he was actually in the news because it was his birthday, but also it had come out that his most recent episodic project, the reboot, was canceled after 1 season.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even hear about this. Yeah. And Keegan Michael Key, Johnny Knoxville, and a handful of other actors. I'm like, oh shit, I wonder where it is. So I go and look, and like, oh, it's on one of the streaming services that I subscribe to.
Yeah.
I binge watched the entire fucking first season at work in one shot.
Yeah.
And it's how is this show canceled? It was hilarious.
What was this show?
Reboot. Not the
Canadian
no.
animated from from the 90s, yeah.
Cuz it like Johnny Knoxville, like I had no idea this man had range. Like he did one stunt in this entire series. One stunt. He got hit by a car. Right? And the rest of it is Johnny Knoxville being this troubled but full of heart and hope actor who's trying to rebuild his life. He's a recovering alcoholic, and he gets into trouble, but at the same time, like it's not enough to screw. Like,
yeah,
I became like a newfound fan of Johnny Knoxville, and I want to see him in more serious projects.
It's on Hulu. What's that in Canada? What's Hulu in Canada?
Oh, where the hell did I watch it? I must have watched it. I watched it on Disney Plus.
Oh, I have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on my phone for work tonight.
I liked it. Like it's from start to finish, and it's like you get to the end of it, like, no, I want more.
Huh. I'm gonna have checked it out. So one more reference to WrestleMania, but
sure.
There was a short interview with Johnny Knoxville because he was at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it's like how much he still hates Sami Zayn. And that's fine. He's still playing up that, the match from was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year.
It was last year, yeah.
Anyways, there was a Twitter video out, and it's like somebody had again posted on Squared Circle on Reddit, and they're like, yeah, there was one very obnoxious fan that wasn't very happy when Sami Zayn and KO won, and all it is the video of them, the person sitting in their seat looking up, and it's just Johnny Knoxville like just screaming at him. It's funny. I like it. I like Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Like he's all with all the jackass shit, and and his actual his acting, was actually pretty well, because he was in Men in Black 2, and and he did pretty well in that. I think he's a Walking Tall. Remember that movie?
Yeah, with the Rock.
Yeah. That was
No,
again,
he was good. He was funny in that one.
Yeah. I'm sure WWE paid for that movie.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that I'm pretty sure it was like front and center funded by the WWE. Because it was a reboot of
the 1974
yeah.
Was it books or something? Yeah.
It was based off a true story, and it was made into a 1970s movie, and then they redid it with The Rock.
Yeah. And production companies was not the top one, but it is WWE Films.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because I think there's more than one wrestler in that. I'm trying to see.
I don't think there was. I think it was just Dwayne.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Don't matter. Kobe Smulders was in that movie.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. She must have been young then.
I think she was The Rock's main character's sister or cousin.
Yeah. Oh, she would have been like 22 in that movie if that came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I went and spent a lot of money the other day. Yeah, I went and bought a new truck.
Yeah, sexy little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not little. It is not little. Yeah. I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people in cities and stuff with it. It's a 2019 F-150, and it is lifted a little bit. It has a leveling kit in it. It doesn't have. It's not like a full on 6-inch lift where you need a big step to get into it.
Right.
Well, we've talked about my Lincoln before. And I didn't get rid of it. Oh. I kept it as my mine rocket. Right. I'll drive that back and forth because I'll mile the shit out of it. I'll just drive that till it's dead. Or I hit a deer with it, because there's lots of deer out right now. Jesus.
Or if you're like my brother, hit a bear with it.
A bear? Okay, that's one up on what I did. The worst thing I ever hit was a moose. So, but no,
I'll tell you that story. But anyway, go ahead.
No, it was about time for me to buy a new vehicle. So, it was the first one that I drove when I went to the dealership, and yeah. So no, like when I was saying like I'm gonna piss people off in parking lots, like I am not. Like when I had another truck similar to this years ago, and 10 years ago actually, a little more. When I go to the city with a truck like that, I do not park anywhere near where I'm going. I park at the back of parking lots.
That's actually really considerate of you.
Yeah. No, and it's for multiple reasons. It's because like I know that I'm driving a larger truck, a larger vehicle, that I want to park in an open area where I'm not trying to squeeze into a little spot that's meant for a little car. I'm parked at the back where there's usually lots of spots. I need the exercise anyways, so I'll walk in. So, but yeah, like I know like there's lots of threads again on Reddit or, like, and there's articles. It's like how large vehicles are killing us. It's like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Like, I do get what they're saying though. Like there is something to be said about visibility in a large vehicle like that. And mine's not even that big, like comparatively to other vehicles. But I mean, like my truck compared to like say a 1980s, pickup the same size, like there is a definite size difference. If you live where I live, a truck is almost necessary. Like you were like, say if I need to go buy some, like I'm building a deck and fence this summer.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to just, like go to Home Depot and buy the boards I need and get them delivered. It's like, no, I have to go get that shit myself because they don't deliver to where I live. I live in the middle of nowhere. So it's necessary. And especially like they don't clean the highways that well here during the winter. So like having a truck like this is more necessary, especially for me to get to my job. So,
right.
But it was time. It's very pretty.
It's good.
It's like the first vehicle that I've bought in, I bet 20 years that wasn't black, except for one-off that I had. Yeah. But yeah, it's blue. It's Velocity blue. It's so like Ford blue, but.
Hey, you know what? You said F-150, at least it's not white.
They had a bunch on the lot there. They're like, oh, I know we got a bunch of white ones. I'm like, no.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I am not interested. If you only had white F-150s, I would go someplace else or wait till you got something else in because I am not buying a white F-150. I know of like 4 people off the top of my head that have white F-150s.
I know too many people who have white Ford F insert number here.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, tell me the story about your brother hitting a bear because that sounds really like fucking scary to me, actually.
Him and my mother years ago went in together to purchase a I can't remember the year. I want to say like a it was a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am. And
it's a high quality vehicle.
Bells and whistles, and like a flare kit and like everything, right?
Yeah.
My brother stuffed a subwoofer.
Oh, for sure he did.
Bang and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was metallic fleck, burgundy, the whole deal. Anyway, he was working at a sawmill, and I know the sawmill. In fact, years later, it turns out I would be driving a bus to and from that sawmill just to get people, coming on to shift and coming off of shift. Right, I was a bus driver.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was a bus service for this sawmill that my brother would working at, but he refused to take the bus. He would take the Grand Am.
Yep.
And it's a 45-minute drive one way, right? So
it's a hike.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is. It's in the past.
Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently my mom got a phone call one night and like, Mom, I got into a car accident. I'm okay, but the car is going to be coming back home. I'll catch the bus home, but it'll be coming home on a flat deck wrecker.
Uh-oh.
Like,
That's not good.
Oh shit!
No,
right?
that's not good. Nope.
So yeah. Anyway, car comes home, and my brother hit a bear. Now, like,
Just
we live in the north, right? So wildlife will it happen, right? And that's what insurance is for.
Yeah.
Except for one problem. When my brother went into the insurance place to give his statement as to what happened, apparently, it's such a long time ago, but apparently what he said the truth. And the truth is that he was doing about $130. And he nailed the bear.
Yeah. You don't say
and
that.
And so the insurance company went, nope.
Yeah.
And that car sat in his yard for years.
Oh,
It was done. There was nothing they can do about it. And
I mean, it probably cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix.
Oh yeah. The block was cracked. The frame was done. The front end was
You're better off selling it for parts then. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So that was the one and only lesson that my mom gave him. Was like, yeah, it's commendable that you told the truth, but sometimes fucking don't.
Yep. Exactly. So what are you listening to this week?
I got a couple of fun ones, and one of them I needed your help with because did I not send you a clip on Facebook?
Probably. Man, I guess
I sent you a clip of a solo that another friend of ours, Mark, from Marked Up Media, he's like, he sent me this 45-second clip of him stumbling across a guitar solo, and he can't fucking remember where the hell it came from. And I heard it, and I'm like, I know this, but fuck, what the hell is it?
Oh,
yeah.
I just looked back to the conversations, like,
yeah. So, like, I asked you, I asked a few other people. I even asked like a good friend of mine who's like a longtime radio broadcaster in Vancouver, what is this? And before I had a chance to get an answer out of Shazam, which is absolute shit.
It works well, but
I tried to play this clip for Shazam, and it had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But I think you gave me an answer, and Todd Hancock from the Toddcast podcast came back immediately and said, Candlebox, Far Behind.
Yeah.
So I sent it. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to about 3 seconds of it, and I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So that was right up my wheelhouse, right in my wheelhouse.
Oh yeah.
Like in the 90s. So
yeah. Absolutely. But Mark actually he stumbled across that. He's like, I know this. And he played the solo. It's like, where the fuck is this from?
Yeah.
So yeah, Candlebox and Far Behind.
And it was, I can't remember. I think it was on a movie. It was probably in a couple movies. I think every movie about the 90s, it's like that's just, what happens.
Yeah. It has that very melodic and peaceful opening to it. And then it just ramps up.
Yeah. So my first one is, and I'm surprised I haven't talked about this band before, and it's not even a band. It's a duo. It's, one second, I'm adding these songs right now into the Found Singles podcast.
Sure.
Playlist.
Spotify
list. Yeah. So there's this, when I, can't sleep, I take some marijuana pills and whatever, and I watch some weird ass videos on YouTube. There's this one called Star Trek Acid Party, and I'm really surprised I haven't talked about this before.
Star Trek Acid Party?
Yeah, I'll put a link to that.
Sure.
So what it is like this dude, he took a bunch of episodes of Star Trek and edited them up really weird, and weird effects and shit, and put this really weird soundtrack to it, and I Shazammed a couple of these songs, and then I started listening to the bands that they were. So the song is Roy G. Biv, so like the Colors of the Rainbow by Boards of Canada. Roy G. Biv, so like the Colors of the Rainbow by Boards of Canada. Boards of Canada is not a band from Canada. They're from like Sweden or something. They're like electronic, ambient, weird ass duo that makes like electronic music. Check it out. It is super fucking weird. But if you're end up taking like some edibles or something and you watch like Star Trek Acid Party, you'll have a good time. Let's tell you that much. Like, I will send like Tyler like, you know, a picture of just like one scene from Star Trek Acid Party. He's like, "Oh, you're having a good night tonight?" I'm like, "Yep."
I've got it going on right now. So
it's way better when you're high. I'll tell you that for sure. But
right.
it's a trip, man. It's like 40 minutes long. Yeah. Just
awesome.
Just wait. What's your second one?
You remember? Oh god damn it, the name just slipped from me. But Here Comes the Boom.
POD.
Sorry, POD. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was looking for POD. Here Comes the Boom, but I stumbled across Rise of the North Star. Here Comes the Boom, and it's a completely different song. It is not a cover or a remake or anything like that. But fuck, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got a good hard opening to it, and never even heard of Rise of the North Star before.
And it's funny when you find songs like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just randomly, searching for something else. Oh, I'll try this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely.
What's this? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely I'll give it a check out here. Probably on my way to work tonight.
Yeah.
My last one is in honor of Edge, obviously, and it's going to be South of Heaven.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Has to be. But so we were or somebody was talking about it too. It's like, I think Anthrax is the only one out of the big four to not be involved in professional wrestling. Okay, the big
I think
four.
you're right. Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer.
and Anthrax. Metallica, obviously. Slayer, obviously, from The Weeknd. Megadeth, they did Goldberg's theme for a short period in WCW.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Anthrax, there's gotta that can't be right. Like,
I think you're right. Fun little note. I was running a contest over the weekend, giving away a pair of tickets to go see Megadeth in Kelowna.
Nice.
And I didn't make it easy. Well, at the same time, I didn't make it difficult.
Yeah.
I put out a couple of trivia questions, and one of the trivia questions was, and I had to get it right to qualify to win these tickets. Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer are considered what? And the answer is the big four,
yes.
or the big four / or a thrasher metal band.
Yeah.
There was one person who got pissed off because I didn't accept her answer, and she said Satanists.
Okay. You can't even call Slayer Satanist because, like, the lead singer is like Roman Catholic, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's all a show, kids. It's all a show.
Yeah,
like,
that one person who tried to win these tickets to go see Megadeth, like, that's the wrong answer.
Oh boy.
Well, come on. Like, no, fuck you.
Stupid ass people. Anyways, this has been episode 44 of Lost Signals. My name is Darrell.
I'm JD.
We will see you out there.
Take care. Satanist.
Fucking stupid ass people. Wow. Anyway.